What's up, guys? Just getting some work done here. 6 location. My webcam, man. There you go. Yeah. What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? I said I was going to try and go live more this year. I hope you can hear me. I think you can't hear me though. You should be able to hear. I was watching a new. All right. Where was I at? Tell venue drop off. Should be. I gotta fix that stuff. Package. Logistic. Installations. Okay, that's where I stopped. But YouTube TV.
Reporting indefatigably, Mary, throughout the day here from Caracas. I just wanted, as you and I start speaking here, to share with everyone an image that we just got in. And this is an image from Caracas, Mary. It is General Vladimir Pedrino Lopez, the defense secretary, I understand, coming out, they say, of a meeting, or coming out of, I should be clear, from the vice president's headquarters. I asked this question because the vice president, of course, as who Trump has said, is nominally running Venezuela right now, but I understand that you haven't seen her. She's only done phone interviews. Stefano Posaban, who's en route to where you are, was saying there was even speculation that she may have left the country. So, what does
She
this
got
mean
out
for
of
the
there.
image that we have just gotten in, do you think?
Well, as I was mentioning before, the vice president is sending message. The
All right,
government
let's
is
get this
preparing for
started.
this.
I'm gonna
They've
finish
been
this up.
preparing for a scenario like this for many months now. So in case they have the main head of the government, of Nicolas Maduro out, they had something prepared in advance. So we figure
In
they are
advance.
kept in hiding or kept in secret the exact location where the vice president is for obvious reasons. About the statements made by Donald Trump about who is running the country or who will be running the country is, well, it's difficult to say right now if they are talking, if there's going to be a resolution today, because we keep waiting for them to appear at least on national television to say that they have all the control over the country. They said so in early hours of the morning, but right now they keep sending messages through the state channel. The state channel is showing, of course, the support of Nicolás Maduro, especially in the downtown area in Caracas, where
So
the
to interact
majority
with the
of
chat,
institutions from the government and the presidential palace is
I have to log in
located.
from
So
here.
far, we are expecting also what are the guidance that the government will do in case of the implementation of the state of emergency that they announced, especially in the late hours, in the night hours. And for the media reporting, I have
98.
witnessed local state channels showing
There we
Christmas
go.
movies still, and they are not, addressing the situation like it's something bigger is happening in the country. They keep sending the message that everything is under
So
control.
it's still not going.
And Mary, as you're speaking, the video that we're just showing, so viewers understand, that's the video I was just referring to the image of, which is the Defense Secretary General Vladimir Pedrino Lopez of Venezuela leaving the vice president's offices, and that was just taken a little bit ago. So that's the video I was just sharing there, Mary. But in the situation where we have it, where they're sending out messages, and we have an image like this now, right? So we've seen the defense secretary coming out of the vice president's headquarters, but we haven't seen her. She's only done those phone interviews with state television. State television, as you described earlier, is posting messages of peace and tranquility. But there's a real question mark as to who is in charge of this country right now. We're just a few
He
hours
said,
out
"Who
of
is
it.
in
Here
charge
on
of
a
this country?"
Saturday in the middle of the afternoon. Mary, how much time is there before there's more chaos in Venezuela, right? A country already rife with armed gangs and all sorts of instability. How much time is left? How much time do they have before they come out and
Need my
say, okay,
chat.
I'm in charge?
Well, the situation in the streets is that the streets are pretty empty, and generally these groups that are close to the government, they tend to go out in the night hours. So the coming hours are key to know who is really who has
Who's
the
part
power
of this group?
inside of the country. We believe that there are high-ranking officials that remain loyal to the inner circle of Nicolas Maduro, and that's why we witness this video that is being spreading across social media of the General Vladimir Padrino and Delcy Rodriguez. Right now, what we are seeing is many supporters approaching to that area. In that area, they have the control, definitely, with the members of the military forces surrounding the downtown area. In this side of Caracas,
You're here with Chat
there's
GPT.
silence, empty streets, and the majority of opposition supporters.
Who's your favorite basketball
have
player?
decided to remain at home. Those
Who
are
is my
located
favorite
mostly
basketball
in the
player?
east of the
My
city,
favorite
and
basketball
most
player right
commercial
now has
establishments
to
have
be,
remained
well,
closed
before
during
it was
this
Kobe
Saturday.
Bryant.
So how
Now
much
it's
time
Chai.
do
It's
we
probably
have
Shai.
to realize
Iglesias
who is really running the
Alexander,
country?
and
It
then
is
Russell Westbrook.
it's
So
controversial right now.
Shai,
It's hard
Kobe,
to state
I'm gonna say
how much
Kobe,
time it will take
Shai,
to have a better
Russell
understanding
Westbrook.
what is happening inside of the country, because it is for some people worry that
That's
Donald
what I'm
Trump
gonna
said that
say.
he
That's
is
what
not
we
in
can say
contact
that
with
they.
members of the opposition, for example, and that Maria Corina Machado doesn't have the support
Let me try and
of
focus a little
certain
bit
groups,
because
and
I
that
gotta
he is talking with
affiliate
members of
event
the
prime.
government of
All right,
Venezuela.
so
For probably they are talking, they are
fulfillment
dealing
and
with the situation,
logistics.
and we will find
Edit
out
this
in the coming
page.
hours.
Yes, obviously.
Okay, from fulfillment and logistics, distress, anywhere delivery and pickup for Philly as well. So as well. All right.
Thank you very much. Mary is in Caracas. We're going to be going back to her, of course, as our coverage continues. I want to go to John Miller now. He's our chief law.
Yeah, Wemby is a cheat code, man.
And
But I
John,
always
so
wonder.
as we speak, I don't know exactly where they are, right? But we know that Maduro and his wife are snatched. I think it's a fair word to use. According to
But I
Trump,
always
as they're about to,
wonder
opening
how
this
long
big giant metal door to
it will
go into this
last
super
with somebody.
fortified box, and they snatch him
Like how long
and
it will
shut the
take.
door, that's how Trump described it, and they take him and they put him on the
how long Wemby will really be in
which
the
we
league.
understand is headed to Guantanamo Bay, and then he's going to be put on a
It's
plane
tough, man,
and
because it's
flown
so.
to New York, where
Make
you
sure
and
you
I
guys
are, and he will most likely go to that Metropolitan Detention Center, which is a place you and
just
I both
like, subscribe,
have been
and share
in
to
the windy,
get
windy
more
corner of industrial Brooklyn.
people
So what
in
happens
here.
next?
We're hanging out for the day, by the way.
Well, next he will end up moving from Gitmo by air to a secure military facility, then likely
Let's
by
pin the
chopper
message.
to New York City, then being brought to a federal facility where he will be booked. That's the process where we've gone from the military operation to the criminal justice system. That means he and his wife will be fingerprinted. They will be photographed.
Can you hear the background?
Go through that process, and then they will go to presumably the Metropolitan Detention Center, the place that was home to Samuel Bankman-Fried and P. Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, I just started it, so
famous federal cases.
let's try to get more people up. Okay, okay.
Before he is brought to
Yeah,
the
I want to
White
just
House
pin
in
that because I
Manhattan
just
on
want
the
people
Sunday
that
the
come in
6th,
here to just see
he'll
it
be
and just,
arraigned
talk as well.
on a
Who's your favorite
basically
basketball player,
a
bro?
phone book full of charges in this 25
And what
page
part of
indictment
your
against
what part of the
the
country are
president,
you
his
at?
wife, and others in their administration. Aaron, it's quite the case. They are charged with overseeing the
Curry?
transport of places like Colombia through Venezuela over to Mexico into the United States of hundreds of tons of cocaine. Charges that go back to 2005, 2004.
I can respect that.
2007,
How long you been a
right up
Curry
to
fan for?
2025, as he and his wife were in different positions in the government, but allegedly accepting $100,000.
How long you been a Curry fan for? Make sure you like the video if you don't mind, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already.
And sold diplomatic passports to traffickers so that they could move drugs under diplomatic cover.
I hate that he keeps on saying.
Kidnappings and beatings of traffickers who did not pay the government their bribe money in time. So
No, call and text. You don't call and
and
text.
I don't want to get too far ahead of us. Very similar to the charges brought against Juan Orlando Hernandez, the president of Honduras, who was convicted of similar charges and then pardoned by President Trump. But that's a different global situation.
Well, but important to raise, right? Because I think it highlights that we've been given different explanations for what happened.
I gotta
right?
fix
Whether
it.
It was a full democracy or getting rid of a narco-terrorist or about drugs, and the inconsistencies are worth noting, right? Or whether it's just pure and simple about dollars and cents, which Trump talked a lot about today, right? Saying we won't pay for a dollar of this as Americans.
How long you been a Curry fan? So how many years is that?
John, what about the just in the nature of the moment of what we're going to see unfold? Because right now the only image we have of Nicolas Maduro, right, is that image that Trump posted, and he's in his sweatpants and his pants are half hanging off, and he certainly doesn't look, he's not in his military garb, right? It's a humiliating picture. He doesn't
Save
look
this
powerful.
page.
He looks tired and sloppy. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you see there.
I mean, what I see is he is handcuffed. He's wearing blackout.
Yeah, he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. Even up to this day and age, like he is not missing. Like you would think he'd get worse with shooting. It's not happening.
Vest on, the kind you would wear on an aircraft or on a small boat. He's got the
thing around his
headphones
neck.
on
John, where's the inflatable vest? Sorry, just to.
Yeah, that's that. You see a couple of chem strips that glow in the dark. That's the kind of thing that they give to people on board various aircraft.
Okay. Boy, are you a Golden State fan as well?
By pulling the tabs and those things glow in the dark. He's wearing blackout glasses. He's wearing earphones that are meant to obstruct his hearing so he can't hear the conversations around him. But notable in this picture is, if you look in the background, you see the back of a DEA agent's gray jacket. You can see where it says DEA. That means he is under arrest by U.S. federal law enforcement authority from the New York office of the DEA.
Okay. Are you in Golden State? Or what is it? I guess California, right? That's where they place California.
Itself, right, and the multiple charges, and we talk about this confusion about what this is all about, what the goals are, all of these extremely amorphous.
I'm a Sixers fan. Sixers all the way.
The DEA actually was there in charge. What does that say to you? I mean, that's a very explicit and specific.
Sixers
thing, right?
all the way.
Well, it is. And I mean, the primary example that was referred to earlier today was, you know, the invasion of Panama, the arrest of Noriega, his being brought to the United States to face charges in Miami. This is an updated version of that. And essentially, he is being brought there.
Oh yeah, I like Jad too, but
as the head of a criminal enterprise that was assisting other criminal enterprises, including the Mexican cartels and the Colombian cartels.
John, one more thing I have to ask you, and that is about, you know, as I said, that's the only image we have of him, but we're going to see images of him.
I like Jad too, but he's too iffy. He needs to get it together a little bit.
And he's going to be there with his wife. My understanding is she's incredibly politically important herself. She has her own political capital. She's known as Salita, First Lady.
He's always missing games.
What do you think? I mean, and I don't know how much of this you're able to speculate on an informed basis or how much you actually would know. But I mean,
he's always missing games and is always talking a lot of shit for not missing games. It's like, bro, you can't talk a lot of shit and be missing games at the same time. That's not like, what are you doing here, bro? What are you doing? You gotta be able to stay healthy, take your team to the championship as well, and then not miss games as well. That's my biggest thing.
And I don't think they're going to get the Metropolitan Detention Center honeymoon suite. The procedures are that male prisoners and female prisoners are kept separated. But
I gotta exit this page. It's going so slow.
As the charges are laid out there.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Klay Thompson left, I mean, Klay was on his last legs as well. Klay was on his last legs as well. But Draymond, this is probably, yeah, he got Draymond, but this is probably the last of Draymond. Every time I see something happening with Golden State, it's because Draymond is causing some type of scene. So they're probably gonna be done with Draymond after this.
All right, John, thank you very much. And as John
Rest in peace, Splash Brothers, bro. They gave us some good times. They good. You know, I think the Thunder will be able to win a couple more championships. I think they'll win it this year.
This after Trump said that she told Rubio she'd do everything the U.S. wants. We'll be right back with this breaking news.
She said to do anything the U.S. wants. She's desperate. She is desperate.
Now streaming on the CNN app. We're standing up for our right to be lazy
By sitting down.
That's what it takes.
We work full time and we parent full time.
We will be reclining until further notice.
It's our right to let the dishes soak overnight.
And to mow them tomorrow, wish.
Yeah, that woman is desperate for to keep her.
And no, we won't be cooking tonight.
We, the lazy, are taking back lazy.
By getting comfy on our lazy boy.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that, but I never. Did they ever say why he was fighting with the coach?
We have the best prices on floor, and we guarantee it. Find a lower price, we will beat it with our best price guarantee. See us advertising a lower price than you paid? We will refund.
I feel like he cost them way too many games sometimes.
And you'll get the best warranty in the business. Yellow and black is back, and so are the deals. We are flooring experts that will help you get the right floor at the right price for any room in your home. LumberLiquidators.com. Tell them Tom sent you.
Yeah, because every time I see somebody, every time I see him fighting, every time I see Draymond fighting, I'm like, here we go again, man. This man can never just keep it cool.
Every day really is a gift, and I always pray.
It's always an issue.
And then the next morning.
Yeah, but the damage is already done. You're at that point. Everyone's already see that you fight. Everyone's already seen that you're fighting with the coach. That's not a good look. It's not a good look at all.
Please call, go online, or scan the QR code right now to help make it the season of hope.
What's up, everybody? Say hello in the chat. Say hello in the chat. If you just started following me, I appreciate y'all. This stream is literally just me trying to get a website done. Before the Monday. I'm trying to do an events website that's very niche, because there's a lot of events happening in well, in America and Philadelphia next year. Well, I said next year. It's the third. It's the third already. So it happening this year. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's all situated for the new year, and I can start promoting this website.
With your credit or debit card for only
So
$19.
definitely say what's up in the chat.
Proudly wear to show your support.
Yeah, but he has to make up for he does have to make up for Draymond.
If it wasn't for St.
But he
James.
does his thing. He does his thing. He does what he can, I'll say.
And courageous.
Basketball is the only sport you watch? Or you watch you watch other
This
things?
holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Please donate now.
Cerevital Advanced has been such a game changer for me.
Cerevital Advanced increases your body's own youth hormone, reduces wrinkles, and promotes weight loss.
I see such a difference in my skin. I notice fewer wrinkles. My skin looks healthier. It was easier to get lean. I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks.
It does give me that feeling of just being radiantly alive.
Go to Cerevital.com and start your risk-free trial today.
Damn.
What's the secret to peak health? Going micro with Noom. Micro habits, micro wins, even microdose GLP-1s.
I do for something in the chat.
St. John's takes on the #1 women of UConn. Wednesday at 7:30 on True TV and stream on HBO Max.
Okay, well, we are just awaiting here. We're going to be airing this for you in just a moment. It seems to be temporary ruler of Venezuela, the Vice President Delcy Rodriguez, who was Maduro's vice president, has finally just appeared on camera and spoken out. And her words were that she demands the immediate release of Nicolas
Damn.
Maduro and his wife from U.S. custody. This after President Trump said that Rubio had been speaking with her, Secretary of State Rubio, and that she had said she would do everything the United States.
Nah, what happened with Stephon
So
Diggs?
now she's striking this defiant pose. So we're gonna be turning that audio for you in just a second, as soon as we get it. But obviously, this is a significant development at this moment. I want to go to Rafael Romo. Rafael, you spent an incredible amount of time reporting on and from Venezuela. So this information that we're just getting in, that Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president, is finally just appearing on camera, flanked by the flags, saying, we demand the immediate release of Nicolas Maduro.
What happened to Stephon
What do you
Diggs?
see here in this, there she is, in this pomp and circumstance, and the fact that they're just putting it out now?
Well, for starters, Aaron, let me tell you, earlier today there were all kinds of rumors circulating that she wasn't even in the country, that she had traveled to Russia, which of course now we know was not the case. And it's not only important the fact that she has appeared publicly, it's also important the fact that she is surrounded by the people you see there. And some of the people who are with her are Jorge Rodriguez, the president of the National Assembly, who, by the way, Aaron, is her brother. Also, Diosdado Cabello, the interior minister.
Damn, he got arrested? I just looked it up.
In the Venezuelan government. Among the things that she has said is that she's asking for calm and unity to defend the country, she said.
He was choking somebody? What the hell was he doing choking somebody?
Nation. The other thing that caught my attention is one of the things that he said in a way to explain what.
Why would he be choking somebody?
She said, we had already warned that an aggression was underway under false excuses, under false pretexts, and that the mask had fallen and that it only had one objective, which was the change of regime in Venezuela, and that this change, she said, would also allow the capture of our.
He was choking his
Now she's a loyalist
chef?
regime. She's been in different positions in the government. Before she was the foreign minister. As a matter of fact, we did an investigation in 2017 revealing that Venezuela was selling passports illegally to people in the Middle East, in Iraq, to people who wanted to travel to this part of the world, which is one of the reasons why Venezuela, beyond being what President Trump has claim that it ships drugs to the United States.
I don't know why people like you're so rich. What are you doing celebrating? What are you doing?
Wide open for people in this part of the country, for historical enemies of the United States, China, Russia, and Iran.
Yes, all of which have such a significant presence in Venezuela, and China by far the biggest buyer of the heavy sour crude that Venezuela produces. All right, Rafael, please stay with me because obviously you know so much about this and able to identify who's in the room. I want to go to Caracas now as well. Mary Mina has been there with us throughout our coverage.
Yeah, why would you be fighting for money? I don't understand that at all. Like, why do you feel the need
Is it broadcast on state media? I mean, exactly how is this
to be fighting?
been put out there?
That's craziness.
Are you able to have any sense of how people are responding to it?
Yeah, this was a mandatory message broadcast on all over the radios and TV stations, local TV stations in Venezuela. So this is significant because they wanted to show that the government is reunited, that they are in union, and these are the main heads of the Chavismo and the Madurismo after Nicolás Maduro. As we were saying,
I didn't realize my fault. I didn't realize that the display was blocked off like that. I just fixed it though. I was like, how come I can't see my stuff? This should be fixed though. Should be able to see the whole thing. So Philly delivery.
There's just one and only legitimate president of Venezuela. She rated
Yeah, athletes are crazy, man. Like, what are you doing choking somebody, man? Like, why can't they just be cool? Okay, I'm looking at some of the messages that are here. It looks like they may have been like together. Looks like they may have been together.
We need to remember that most powers in Venezuela are government controlled. They were
Right? Or am I bugging? And the chef had a BBL? That's crazy. What are you doing having a BBL? What's this chef doing having a BBL?
coming from the government. This is really key and important. Also, the parliament, who is run by Delcy Rodriguez's brother, Jorge Rodriguez. The parliament should be.
What part of the country you at?
Should be appointed on Monday, according to the Venezuelan law, every January 5th.
All right, let's save this.
Of course, we don't know yet what is going to happen in the coming hours. What will be the
Hotel and venue drop-offs.
that is set to be open on January 2026.
All right, Mary, we're going to be coming back to you in just a few moments. But obviously stunning developments, and also just to state the very obvious, anyone watching
This Venezuela stuff is crazy.
a deep sense of confusion with the vice president of Venezuela saying that she's in charge. This is a kidnapping.
It's Kermit. Are you part of the channel already?
When Trump said yes, Rubio would talk to her, she'll do everything we want. But then he also said in response to who's running Venezuela, the answer was essentially me. It was a group of people, including those behind me, which are his.
If so, I appreciate you being a member, being not a member, but you know, being a subscriber. The Ravens, are you guys making the playoffs this year?
Want to hear something great?
Actors on Actors, now streaming on the CNN app.
Nice, I appreciate you, homie. Are y'all part of are y'all making playoffs this year? The Ravens? I know y'all had a rough start to the season.
Ponvory can cause your heart rate to slow down, especially after you take your first dose. Do not take Ponvory if in the last 6 months you had a heart attack, unstable angina, stroke, or other severe heart conditions, including certain types of abnormal heart rhythm.
Is it up to this? This is the last week of This is the last week of the season, right? Let me just see something. NFL.
Pharmaceuticals. Have you ever felt so sluggish that it was like you
were stuck in your chair?
Like you didn't feel
energetic enough for even routine activity?
Hey, what's up, Ryan Dornbin? How you doing?
I knew this could be a sign that my
Thanks for
just
joining the
was
chat.
so
Thanks for
good
joining the
at
chat.
best. So I followed the same advice I give my patients and started taking Metamucil fiber every day.
Metamucil is the only leading brand with plant-based psyllium fiber that gels to help trap and remove waste, so you can feel lighter in as little as 14 days.
Thanks for the sub as well, Ryan Dornbin. Shout you out. Shout you out. I appreciate you.
Metamucil psyllium fiber also helps curb cravings between meals, helps lower cholesterol to support heart health, and helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. That's why Metamucil is the #1 fiber brand recommended by doctors, pharmacists,
And gastroenterologists like me.
Metamucil. Digestive
Appreciate you subbing that.
or visit these fine retailers today.
We're talking about NFL football. And alright, let's set cookies. Alright, let's look at the playoff picture here. So you have there's one more playoff spot. It's the Jags, Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars, Texans, Chargers, Bills. In the hunt.
Oh my god, what? Guys, I just saw someone win an iPad for under $10.
I got this amazing.
Oh, so the Steelers. Okay, so the Ravens have to beat the Steelers.
There's millions of fast
It looks
auctions.
like
Always something to win on deal.
Ravens have to beat the Steelers to join, and the Buccaneers
Go to dealdash.com right now and see how much you'll save.
And shipping is always free.
have to beat the Panthers. Oh no, yeah, the Buccaneers have to beat the Panthers.
With an AI meeting assistant to take notes and capture action items. So
Eliminated everybody else.
try it out for free.
Look at that.
Download the app.
But it looks like the Ravens they have a 60% they have a 60% chance to win, make it, according to.
I'm just trying to figure you out.
So the events package.
Chevy Chase, sunny and talented, he had massive movie star hits.
And then we went down from there. Mistake we
I mean, Lamar's nice, man. He's probably one of the best running quarterbacks to ever do it.
Now streaming on the CNN app.
Closed captioning brought to you by Cardia Mobile, the world's most advanced personal EKG.
I'm gonna get a heater.
Check your heart from anywhere and detect atrial fibrillation with Cardia Mobile, the #1 doctor-recommended personal EKG. On sale now at cardia.com or Amazon.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a hoodie real quick.
At this moment out of Venezuela, the vice president there just speaking out and taking control, thumbing the nose at President Trump after he announced the capture of President Nicolas Maduro by U.S. military forces overnight, posting this image of Maduro on the USS Iwo Jima. The Venezuelan leader and his wife are now on their way back to New York to face drug and weapons charges in a U.S. court, apparently in the Southern District of New York. Now, Trump in his press conference, it was an hour long. We really didn't get any details.
All right, sorry, I had to get a hoodie. Yeah, Derrick Henry, he's solid.
Including Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth, that a U.S. team would be.
Derrick Henry, solid.
Now, as I said, the big development at this moment is that the vice president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, has just appeared on camera for the first time and said she's in charge, flanked by military officials and other power brokers in Venezuela, calling Maduro's capture a kidnapping, demanding his.
But you guys have another quarter. You guys have Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins, right?
The United States. A defiant move, given that Trump has said his team's running the country and that she's doing everything they want, and given the situation under which the United States took Nicolas Maduro. The thumbing of the nose, pretty stunning at this moment, as that's what it appears to be. So let's talk about it. I'm joined by Josh Rogan, lead global security analyst for the Washington Post.
I mean, but he still ran like 2K.
Senior associate.
Let's look at that.
Center for Strategic and International Affairs.
Because he still had a pretty good season with.
We live in a moment of unprecedented times where I think so many of us, so many days say, I can't believe we're living through this. And yet here we are in another one of those.
Let's look at season stats. 1,400. He had the almost 2,000 season with the Ravens 2 years ago.
Let me just ask you, Josh, you look at
Oh, but he did have a 2000 seasons with the Titans as well. Then Derrick Henry is like one of the GOATs. Jesus Christ.
I would say, Aaron, we're at the very beginning because
I told myself for the new year, I'm gonna try and go live more often. Maybe like at least once a week, once or twice a week, on a Saturday or a Sunday. I used to go live more. I probably mix in some video games. I just have a lot of work to do today, so I'm just trying to get this situated first. But at least once or twice a year, not a year, a week, I'll try to go live.
her interests, her regime's interests, and what she perceives.
If you're enjoying it, you know, please like the video. I appreciate that.
She's going to say, right? She's not going to say, "Oh, it's great that the U.S. attacked." But on the other hand, it seems like this is the very beginning of what's going to be surely a messy period of society, but also a very
but Joe Barrow was just talking about how he wants to potentially quit football or something like that. I saw a lot of people reacting to that.
At the same time, she's in control of a massive security state that seeks to maintain control over the Venezuelan economy, and so we don't know where
I'll move this over here because it's probably a little bit easier because I'm looking at this screen, so it's probably easier to look forward like that. Yeah, but Joe Barrow was saying that he essentially he might want to retire. I don't think he was really like, you know. I think that was what he was just saying that because he doesn't like the Bengals though.
As Josh is referring to, run the country until the
Yeah,
proper transition takes place.
I think that's the situation. He just doesn't like the Bengals.
Vice President come out and speak the way she's speaking now.
I mean, to be fair,
So then what does that mean for the Trump administration?
Hey, Aaron. Well, I guess what you could say is
so let's see. Let's fix this up a little bit. All right. Let's see how it looks now. Sorry, I had to fix it. I'm trying to fix my own. You know, the Bengals has never been a good organization.
Congratulations are in order, I think, for that. But Josh is exactly right. This could go in a sideways direction. There is actually an elected president. It's Edmundo Gonzalez. He won an election on July 28th, 2024.
Hold on.
He has been the president.
There we go. All right, this is fixed now. Yeah, the Bengals have never been a good organization, so I can see why he does not. He does not want to play for them anymore.
Political support of the Venezuelan people, and I think this is one of the things that's going to be frustrating to the Venezuelan people more than anything. It's not just the
Like, I don't even know who's, like, other than Joe Barrow. Oh, I guess they have T. Higgins, right? Bengals. They have T. Higgins. They have. Yeah, they went 6-10.
I mean, Josh, it just raises the question, given the moment that we're in. You know, again, Trump
That Joe Barrow. Oh, Jamar Chase. I forgot about Jamar Chase. How did he do this season? 1.3 yards. That's not bad. Yeah, I'll be. There's nothing that you can do to save that organization, I feel. It's a tough organization.
Right, and it seems clear that whatever President Trump thought was going to happen, that's not the way it's going to happen. And that doesn't mean it's all bad or it's all good. It just means that it's unpredictable.
What do y'all think about this this war that we got put in?
That's still intact without Maduro, as we're seeing today, will have a say in it. Now, Trump is insistent on that he's going to have a say too, but it seems clear that he's not interested in bringing the Democratic opposition.
Yeah, the team is full of balls. I just don't know why they can't really win.
There should be new elections. If they had new elections, the opposition, Gonzalez and Machado, they would.
Nah, what they call? I'll look him up right now so I can take a look. I don't think I've ever seen him. I don't really wear sneakers like that.
New kind of regime, and he's going to pressure the vice president to do that. She doesn't seem like she wants to do that, so that leaves us in a great state of uncertainty. It leaves Venezuela in a state of chaos, and you know, I go by the Colin Powell Poverty Barn rule. Once you break it, you bought it. You know, the United States of America just arrested the leader of Venezuela, and so now Trump has a responsibility, and the United States has a responsibility to follow through, and it doesn't seem like we have a clear plan to do that. And that's a big question mark, and I think a big challenge.
No, and it's, you know, even when he said something like boots on the ground, there's no problem with that. You know, if the bill before it was because it was another president, it's fine. Maybe that's one thing to say.
What name Jordan shoes?
Do it. You know, as Admiral Savridis was talking about. 200,000 troops at the
Like you just talking about in general.
Eric, to this point of the military.
I don't think I've ever worn Jordan. Oh, I've seen these before though. Damn, they retail for a lot. 304?
Just a little bit ago, right in his full military gear. But obviously,
I've never really been like a sneak. I've been wearing a lot of New Balances.
Eric, is what happens with the military, and does the military
That's what you most likely see me wearing is a New Balance.
the Maduro regime, now led by Delcy Rodriguez. At this
New
very,
Balance shoes,
very
man.
preliminary moment, it appears that they are, which means in opposition to the Trump regime and the massive force that was just brought to bear last night, which is a pretty stunning thing in and of itself.
This is the key point you're raising, and I think appropriately so. Pedrino Lopez is
Yeah.
the leader of the military. He remains in power right now.
Like New Balance shoes.
The chief enforcer of the regime, he remains in power. The Chavista leadership, it remains in power in Venezuela right now.
Like this nothing that this is classics. They look so nice.
Even though Nicolas Maduro's have left. So I think that's the key question. There is a real hope, and undoubtedly it's more than hope.
Is any basketball on? Any football on?
Among Trump administration officials and others, that elements of the military will actually turn and move against the regime. This is something that has been talked about for a long time.
Boston College versus. Let's see what's live.
Join the Junior 76ers team today by registering at junior76erscamps.com.
Everyone's gearing up for the best friend.
Oh, okay. Tampa Bay and Carolina plays tonight at 4:30.
And the uptowners.
I think to make it to the playoffs. I'll probably stay on live to watch that. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Detroit. TNT, NFL Countdown, ESPNU. Alright, I'm gonna just watch ENF right now. Up to 4:30, and then I'll switch back to watching some NFL.
They will not be a colony of the United States. We're going to go to Rio de Janeiro after this.
You said there are 4 Black Cats and this. I don't know how to say that.
I like things personalized, like my coffee. So when my doctor prescribed Vigard self-injection from my generalized myasthenia gravis, we personalized my treatment.
Spazike Antarike. Let me look that up because I'm not typing that. Can you copy here? No, you can't copy.
Travel ready and can go where I go.
Oh, these are nice. I see these a lot also. How much is okay? They don't retail for that. They're not that terrible retail. Do you play basketball with these? Sorry, that's a dumb question. I'm not really a big fan of basketball shoes. So, but yeah, can you play basketball with these, or is it just mainly for like lifestyle?
Treatment my way. Your neurologist about Vigard Hydrolol.
With Chewy Pharmacy, save 20% and make every pet a healthy pet. Get quality meds to help with anything.
Okay, so it's just mainly for lifestyle then.
Delivered fast. For great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy Pharmacy.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, ride your bike.
I assume you don't. It's because you don't want to mess them up, right?
Because just like me are happy every day.
And it's all because of generous people like you who support Shires Hospitals for Children every month.
All you have to do is call the number on your screen or go online to loveshriners.org right now with your monthly gift.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospital for Children is able to make an everyday miracle happen for kids like me.
The Jordan 1 and Take 4.
And when you call or go online right now to donate $19 a month or more, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of all the smiles you're bringing to kids' faces every day.
Well, today is the day you send your love to the rescue. When you call the number on screen right now and give as little as $19 a month, just 63 cents a day,
What position you play?
life-changing difference for a child, just like Sarah. Your monthly gift today.
Damn, these shoes are expensive. I never realized how expensive these are.
We're happy and we know it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please call or go online right now to give. If operators are busy, please wait patiently or go to loveshriners.org right away.
What's the secret to peak health? Going micro with Noom. Micro habits, micro wins. Even microdose your B1s.
I can lose up to 11 pounds in 30 days? Heck yeah!
Now starting at
just $99.
Hungry Root is here, and I needed it because my fridge is
Super empty. It's so easy to just whip together a quick, healthy meal.
Head to hungryroot.com for healthy groceries and simple recipes.
Huh.
Plus, get free veggies for life.
Cerevital Advanced has been such a game changer.
for me. Cerevital Advanced reduces wrinkles and promotes weight loss. My skin looks healthier. I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks. Start your risk-free trial at cerevital.com.
And we are back with our breaking news coverage of the U.S.
Okay.
military attack in Venezuela and
Point guard. You like to have the ball in your hand.
CNN correspondent Julia Marcus Jones on the ground there. And Julia, just a stunning moment across the world and in South America, where President Trump has said he wants to reassert the Monroe Doctrine, which he now calls the Donroe Doctrine. How are governments in the region reacting right now to what has just happened in Venezuela?
Well, of course, this is extremely surprising, Erin, but the reaction has not been so. It's been very much
Low flocks. Let me see. So this one right here.
is governments across the region who have right-wing leaders siding with the U.S. operations. We're talking about Ecuador, Peru, Panama, and then in Argentina, more than any of them, where President Javier Milei, a close ally of President Trump, said that we are, quote, witnessing the fall of a narco-terrorist dictator who had been tampering with elections, and then he hailed President Trump as a defender of freedom.
145 is not that bad. When I played basketball, I didn't like playing in low shoes like that because I have bad ankles. So I'm like, I'm gonna mess my ankle up by playing in low shoes like those.
Gustavo Petro of Colombia, we heard from him earlier today in a statement. He said that his government will reject any kind of unilateral military action, and I'm reading a quote here, that could aggravate the situation or put the civilians.
So I always try to stay away from low shoes like that. Let me see what back. Durant.
Also shares a border with Venezuela.
Oh, these are nice.
President Luis Inacio Lula da Silva saying that America's actions cross the line. He said they are in flagrant
Like Durant has some nice shoes. He says the wrist shoes. Durant got some nice shoes here.
So that Brazil remains very promptly available to negotiate any kind of dialogue in this situation. But I will add, none of these statements from Mexico, Colombia, or Brazil are coming to Maduro's defense necessarily, but rather they're pointing to international law and to the principles.
Damn, I think I gotta get a new computer. It's so slow.
Although that dialogue that Brazil seems to be calling for, Aaron, it seems like the possibility of that is far gone. We heard from President Trump.
Or maybe it can't handle my stream. It can't handle streaming and
when he was answering a question from a reporter who said, "How
ChatGPT at the same time.
How is running a country in South America first?" And the president said, "Well, I think it's because we want to surround ourselves with good neighbors. We want to surround ourselves with stability." And then he added, Aaron, "We want to surround ourselves with energy." Now, the way that that is being perceived here in the region is that basically the United States believes that this is its zone of influence and that it will act if it deems necessary to intervene in governments who are, in theory, sovereign. So it is very much being perceived as the Monroe Doctrine 2.0. That's what we're seeing. We're already seeing memes appear on the internet with Uncle Sam. And it is for sure a cause for all of these governments to be concerned. Here in Brazil, we know that President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva was meeting with his ministers earlier and having a second meeting. So we're expecting an update to that situation later today still, Aaron.
All right, Julia Vargas Jones, thank you so very much. On the ground there in Rio, as of course President Trump's comment had been, we are going to pull a lot of wealth out of the ground, which he said would go to the Venezuelan people and also to the U.S. oil companies. All right, we're going to take a brief break. Our special coverage continues here.
LaMelos, you like LaMelo's shoes?
Did you take a running That's my job.
Oh wow, this is fire.
The number one pharmacist recommended.
These are fire. I like these a lot.
Don't smile.
I didn't know he was sponsored by Puma.
Just get through it.
Wow, these are nice as
It's
hell.
not. Hide it. Fix it. Just live with it.
It's a lot. It's flashy, very flashy for sure.
I worry about my smile. With Clear Choice Dental Implants, this is
Very flashy for sure.
the security of our lifetime warranty on premium arches.
This smile is built for life.
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price? Roe now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly that hits not one, but two hormones to work harder. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. See if you qualify at roe.co/TV.
All over this way. Action. I consolidated my debt with SoFi, and this is Ask Members Anything. How much debt did you have? A lot.
Yeah, I like LaMelo's a lot. That's
Your new rate better than the old.
LeBron's shoes look
My
the
rate
same.
dropped significantly, which helped lower my monthly payments.
Consolidate costly high-interest credit card debt with
No, I
fees as
don't.
low as
I said
8.74%.
LaMelo's.
You could save big and pay down debt sooner. SoFi, get your money right.
At Lumber Liquidators, we have the best prices on flooring, and we guarantee it. Find a lower price, we will beat it with our best price guarantee. See us advertising a lower price than you paid, we will refund the difference. You'll never pay more than you should at Lumber Liquidators, and you get the best warranty in the business. Yellow and Black is back, and so are the dealers. We are flooring experts that help you get the right floor at the right price for any room in your home. LumberLiquidators.com. Tell them Tom sent you.
This is my mother. She just gushes about me.
I want everybody to know what an awesome guy you are.
This is what I want to keep. I want to be able to.
Is Kyrie still? Is Kyrie's hurt?
I don't want the process to get in the way.
I had a really bad fall, and it was traumatic. But he showed right up.
Oh yeah, I like Kyrie's. This is hot.
That's why I'm so happy we found a place for mom.
Who's he sponsored by?
That makes it easier to search for senior care options in our area. It's got to be right for my mom.
I know he's gonna take care of me. Did I tell you he's
Oh, these are nice.
Oh my gosh.
I can't rock these.
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today.
Great.
What position did you play?
First base. That's where Grandpa used to play.
When our hearing wouldn't allow us to
use a regular phone, it made us feel isolated.
It became difficult to communicate with our friends and family.
Clear Captions was an
Easy solution for us.
Clear Captions provides captions on a phone like
Captioning on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it.
making it easy to understand and respond immediately.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear Captioning service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded program. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you.
Give your loved ones the independence and connection they deserve.
Call now to see if you qualify to get a Clear Captions phone at no cost to you. Call 1-800-269-9522.
That's 1-800-269-9522.
This
is CNN.
D-Lo's nice. Oh, this is the Wayne Wade.
you or a loved one have mesothelioma, we'll send you a free
I don't know if I can rock lamellas, bro. I'm too much of an unk. I'm too much of an unk to be rocking some lamellas.
Good afternoon. I'm Erin Burnett. Thank you for joining us for our breaking news coverage.
But these are nice. I think this is Dwayne Wade. Yeah.
Now for the first time appeared on camera, demanding the immediate release of Nicolas Maduro and his wife, calling their capture a
You see this shit?
Right now, meantime, Maduro, in that image you see him, it was posted by President Trump. He is on his way to the United States to face drug trafficking charges in the Southern District of New York. Meanwhile, the Vice President of Venezuela, Maduro's Vice President, her name is Delcy Rodriguez. She just spoke. We've got the audio, and now I want to play for you.
Let's see what she says.
We demand the immediate release of President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, the only president of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Coming out against
Trump. Oh, that's it?
And that is extremely significant, not just because she saw what happened hours ago to the guy on top of her, but also because President Trump
Yeah, like. Says she really doesn't have a choice. Yeah, all these shoes. I haven't looked at basketball shoes in a while, but they all look really nice.
which I just played. So now we're awaiting Trump's response to that. What does this actually mean? You are there in Mar-a-Lago with the president. What's the response from him?
Yeah, and I don't think it will be a favorable response from the president. You know, he did sound fairly confident that Rodriguez would be going along with this plan. You know, after that press conference, he gave a phone call to the New York Post, and actually Rodriguez came up in that conversation. He was asked if U.S. troops would be on the ground in Venezuela running that country, and what he said was, quote, "No, if Maduro's vice president, if the vice president does what we want, we won't have to do that." And then he goes on to say, we're prepared, you know, we have a second wave that's much bigger than the first one. And so I do think, you know, now that Rodriguez is coming out and suggesting that she is not, in fact, on board with what the United States is doing now,
The Air Force Ones.
Does seem to be setting up.
Who else is in the chat? Say what's up in the chat if you're in here. Say hello.
Round of strikes. You know, he alluded to that in the press conference. He said that perhaps
let me see the Air Force Ones.
Necessary, but saying pretty explicitly that he was
now this
that if the
it says there's 4 people in the live right now, so there should be more people. They said there's 5 people in the live right now. Actually,
they would be doing. I think all of this just underscores
it's just that no one is talking. I guess.
Role is going to be in Venezuela going forward. You know, after the president came out and really kind of shocked all
so it said I
should. The United States, in his words, would be running Venezuela, and then offered
conference essentials.
No details about what that meant. This back and forth now between the president and the vice president of Venezuela.
All right, let's see what this looks like.
Emphasizes how little we understand of how this will all proceed going forward. And now, of course, you hear the president suggesting that there could be a U.S. military role to ensure that the U.S. is able to run Venezuela. You know, he said in that press conference he wasn't afraid of boots on the ground. When I followed up with him and asked, you know, does he envision a prolonged U.S. military presence in that country, he didn't really answer, and he sort of pivoted to talking about the oil, which we know has been sort of a preoccupation of his in Venezuela. And so, you know, this is all setting up quite a dramatic think, day or week ahead as the U.S. works to ascertain who exactly is claiming power in Venezuela and works to assert their own power that the president now suggests that the U.S. has in Caracas, but without necessarily explaining what exactly that looks like and what exactly that could mean for the U.S. military going forward.
Kevin Liptak, thank you very much in Palm Beach by Mar-a-Lago, where you were in that press conference with the president, an hour-long press conference, I should note. Let's go live now back to Caracas, where Mary Nina has been on the ground for us throughout the day. Mary, as you and I have been talking over these past almost 6
Yeah, it
hours,
says
you
a
have been
couple
saying
people here.
that
What
the
games
vice
do I
president has
play?
been calling in to state media,
Shit.
but state
I
media
play
was,
everything.
you know, essentially not
Sometimes
really
just depends on my
confirming that she had
moods.
just called
Like
in.
I
There
play
was
some
speculation that she had left the country, even gone to Moscow. But then it turns
I play
out
some
she is
NBA,
in Venezuela,
NFL.
and she
I do
appears to
play
be
a
at the
lot
vice
of.
president's quarters, and she had this meeting, and she was flanked by all of the
Sorry,
military and other
I
power
do play
players,
a lot
including
of
the Interior Ministry,
like
and she
RPG
gives that
games,
defiant
like
statement.
Elden Ring.
What are you
What
hearing
else?
from people? Do people buy it in
And
Venezuela?
last time I was playing, last couple games I've been playing was Forza. That was the last time I played some games, but I'm gonna start. I haven't checked what games are really out nowadays. I'm looking forward to GTA.
In the coming hours,
But that's towards the end of the
either
year.
from
So
the
until
Trump
then,
administration that implied a second wave of attacks,
I have
coming
to
from the government
kind of
itself
find a
and
new
its
game to
supporters.
play.
So the reaction, the immediate reaction of
What about
regular
yourself?
Venezuelan is to stay at home, to stay locked at home,
You like Elden
waiting
Ring?
for the developments.
I'm a big Elden Ring fan.
Keeps changing with every hour
I tried to
in Caracas. And many
platinum
people have
it on
decided to
PS5,
go to
but it
supermarkets
was
to
so long
stock
and
for
hard.
food
I was like,
because they don't know how
I can't
many
beat this whole
days or
game all
hours
over again.
this could last.
It's tough.
And also, there are the calling from these loyalists to Nicolás Maduro saying they will not surrender.
Yeah, it's
And
tough.
that was a strong statement coming from the Venezuelan vice president saying that they have the law
You beat
behind
it?
them and basically denying all the words that President Donald Trump said about her, talking with them or making some sort of
What did you play as?
administration. She says that they are calling for a
Who's
strong
my
response
favorite
from
boss?
the international community and from the people inside of Venezuela.
Now, Mary,
Let me
obviously
see.
there's opposition.
Who's my
There's
favorite
the fact that Nicolas
bosses?
Maduro actually wasn't the president, the de facto president, but it obviously
There was a
somebody
lot
won
of
that
bosses
election,
if you
in
played the
summer of
whole thing.
2024. So
There's the
there's a
Fire
lot
Giant.
of breaks within the country on where people stand.
Honestly, hardest
But
bosses
even
in
in
Elden
that
Ring.
context,
Let's say that.
where does Delcy Rodriguez stand? Does she have credibility? Does she have standing? Does she have any of those things coming into this?
Yeah, the Fallen Star
She's
Beast was
witnessed as a
tough.
strong leader,
That was a tough
after
one.
Nicolás Maduro. She's been in several positions.
Because he was so fast.
Not only
Fire
vice
Giant was
president, but
tough
in several
also.
ministers. She's been the selected one in case of Nicolás Maduro is out of power.
To be honest,
as we
I
are
think my
witnessing.
favorite
Like,
boss
what
was the
Hugo
Full
Chavez
Grown.
did in his
Because he
time
was
for
so
elected
fast, it's like
Cuba.
you had to
He said,
maybe
if
like
something
keep
happened to
up.
me, you have to vote for Nicolás Maduro. Right now, we are learning
I used to play that
that
game all the time.
multiple decisions taken by
I don't know
the
if they.
government
Let me
with the
see.
absence of Nicolás Maduro is to lead the country, the Venezuelan vice president.
I don't know what they're coming out
She is
with
witnessed
now.
as a smart woman with knowledge in economics, but she's a strong leader. She's in charge, for example, the security forces that are detained more than 2,000 people over the past
Night Rain.
over the past year in Venezuela after the presidential election.
Oh, that came out already.
Well, and that's a significant point, as you point out, not just running the oil, but also running the security forces and what that might mean in terms of her ability to maintain their loyalty, which is going to be in such question here over these next hours and days. Mary, thank you very much.
I didn't play. Did you play this?
Mary, of course,
Oh, they were in Night Rain.
coverage continues. Reactions are now starting to pour in from around the
Yeah,
world.
millennial
The world
stuff.
watching this, the United States, going into Venezuela in the dark of night and taking the leader and his wife, capturing them and bringing them to New York. Venezuela's vice president now taking to the airwaves. And
One
as
of
I
the
said,
biggest
that message
departures
is
compared to
defiant
what we're used to
comments
from
coming
Melanie
moments
is
after
that the
President
classes
Trump
are
said
now
that she
actual
was on
classes
board and
with
was
unique
going to do
skills and
anything
gameplay
that
styles
they
as
wanted.
opposed to
After
soft
her
classes.
conversation
I tried to
just
play it
sitting
the
on
second time, just being a
area.
mage,
And the
and I was
announcers
like, this
are
is so
very
much
hard.
easier.
Even the most
What'd you play it
basic
as when you first
Nick,
played?
you know, look, these moments like this, I think back to moments where, you know, you and I were in Ukraine when that war began. There's a sense of shock and pause of did this just happen? Then a realization that it did. And then
When I
you
played it, I
realize
used
you start to see what it really
when I played it, I
okay?
used the
And I don't know
katanas. I
why
was just those katanas.
world leaders are also raising that question. What are you hearing right now? You know, we talk about
Let's see.
the
Let me see if I can
dollars
find
and
some of my
cents, the black and white
gameplay.
of it, of Russia's presence there, China's presence there. But that's black and white on paper. What's actually happening now in those rooms?
I guess I can just
Yeah,
click
I
into
think the
this.
comparison here with Ukraine is that at least Putin's intentions were very clear, which was to occupy militarily as much of Ukraine as he could. We still are somewhat in the dark as to exactly what it is that
Do I have
President
an
Trump
Elden
is
Ring
trying
playlist
to
somewhere?
achieve here,
There we
how
go.
his White House
I
will
don't have that many.
run the country. As you've been pointing out, it appeared that their immediate mechanism for that was essentially Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president, doing what she was told, making Venezuela great again. To quote the president, essentially with the threat of what happened to Maduro happening to her, hanging over her. She's
Yeah, I used to play some other. Damn, my couch used to be messy. I did not play. I was just
And that may
playing.
be simply for public consumption. There may be private deals occurring that lead Venezuela in a different direction, but that's a pretty tough tightrope.
Yeah, I don't have any old gameplay of Elden Ring.
What we're seeing internationally,
You played as a prisoner?
as well, though, isn't exactly the sort of general consensus of applause in the Western Hemisphere, where what Trump refers to as the Donroe Doctrine, a play on the Monroe Doctrine of the 1800s, is supposed to be gaining greater traction.
Yeah.
Yes, Argentina, Ecuador, whose
I'm trying to
presidents
find a
are
good
supporters
streaming
opposing
schedule,
this,
and
but
I'll be able to
Colombia,
stream
Mexico,
Raw
obviously Cuba,
on a
strident
daily
in their
basis.
criticism
Well,
of
not
China
daily,
as
but
well.
at least on a
Europeans, I think, very clear
2 to 3
that
day
they were no
basis.
fans of Nicolas Maduro, but the French in particular, their foreign minister, critical of this violation of what many perceive as international law. So we're into a moment here where it was precisely these hours where after
Your new
what
game
can only really be
plus
described
is a
as highly
bandit.
efficient,
Yeah, I think I was playing as a
brilliantly
bandit.
executed American operation. We don't know at
Did
this
you beat
point
it?
what civilian casualty toll there was as a result of it, but the efficiency of that capture of Maduro now begins to disintegrate. When we heard Trump speaking, it was remarkable to hear him say, "We'll run the place," and then essentially say, "The guys behind me will be doing it," really pointing to his chief of staff, his secretary of what they call Department of War,
Department
and
of
Secretary of State
War.
Marco Rubio will be doing the job, but then elaborate to say twice that Marco Rubio had been speaking to Maduro's vice president, who would essentially be doing whatever was needed to get along with the United States, and then see that unravel. If you are globally looking to see how the Trump administration is handling the aftermath, the day 2, the day 3, this is very bad sign that the plans were not perhaps there or simply aren't going as they were meant to. That's going to be deeply depressing for, I think, those who hope this might be a suggestion that the US is capable of a foreign policy maneuver that was executed with some degree of competence. And I think also, too, for ordinary Venezuelans, any notion that maybe there was a guiding light to some of this US military intervention maybe beginning to evaporate. It's important to point out we're not seeing signs on the ground in Venezuela of any stark change at all. Really, there aren't celebrations en masse on the street at the end of Maduro, and most importantly, too, Maria Corina Machado, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, the basic leader of the opposition. Well, she's someone who Trump has not quite rubbished, but said is not up to the job, and she's not the choice he has for taking over. Aaron.
Yeah, he also made that very clear. Nick Peyton Walsh, thank you so very much. Going to be back with us, of course, as our coverage continues. And I want to just show right now an image that we've just gotten in. Actually, these are satellite images showing damage in Venezuela after U.S. strikes, which just for anyone joining involved 20 U.S. bases and 150 aircraft, thousands of personnel. We're going to walk you through the timeline of exactly what did unfold starting at 10:46 p.m. Eastern last night. Stay with us on our CNN special breaking news coverage.
Yeah, I was using the bleed function a lot, so a lot of my weapons were bleed related. So
I like things personalized, like my coffee. So when my doctor prescribed Vyvgart Hytrulo self-injection for my generalized myasthenia gravis,
yeah, so that I
my
think I was
personalized
using
treatment goals.
what's
Vyvgart Hytrulo can improve daily abilities and
let me
reduce
see,
muscle
katanas, and Elden Ring. I think I was using
Is travel ready and can go where I go.
Self-injection.
I was using the Rivers of Blood.
Do not use Vyvgart Hytrulo if you're allergic to its ingredients. It may increase infection risk and cause serious
I was using the
allergic
Rivers
or
of Blood,
infusion or
and I was also
injection-related reactions.
using.
Tell your doctor if you have an infection, fever, recent or planned vaccination,
I think I was
allergy history, or
using
kidney problems. Most common side effects include respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection
Nagajima,
site reactions.
Nagakiba.
Reducing my symptoms. That's treatment?
I think those were the two I was
Ask your
using.
neurologist about Vyvgart Hytrulo.
Those were my main.
Want the fastest working GLP-1?
Those were my main
For half the
weapons.
price, Ro now offers
Yeah.
FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula that hits not one, but 2 hormones for less hunger.
I have
faster results.
I have
Weight
Battlefield
loss
6.
faster. Confidence higher. Price cheaper.
Yeah, I have
See
Battlefield
if you
6.
qualify at ro.co/TV.
I've been playing that a little bit.
Many abused and neglected animals are hungry and need help right now. Many animals are starving, wondering if food will ever come, with the unbearable pain that comes with that.
So when I start playing, start gaming again, I'll probably start playing some Battlefield.
And they are moments from dying.
So I'm here to ask you, will you open your heart to help an animal who's hungry? Go online, call, or simply scan.
What you got planned for the? What you got planned for the day,
Donate
sir?
just $19 a month.
You've been hanging out. I really
You'll
appreciate
feed
that.
a hungry animal. That's just 63 cents a day to fill their empty bowl. And show them the love in your heart.
There are empty bowls that are sitting there waiting to be filled. You can tell that these dogs are so weak.
My subs told me that they wanted me to go live more. I went live, and my usual people aren't here. I guess it's
No animal
because
should have to go
I
hungry.
mean I went live without telling them. But
With your
still,
support today, you will help feed a hungry animal. You can fill their bowl, but you have to make your urgent life-saving gift today. So please join in the next 10 minutes.
I own my own
We'll send you this free welcome.
printing business, so I do a lot of custom apparel,
There's always
fulfillment,
an empty
promotion items, things
bowl
like
on
that.
the ground that should have food in it. And it's very clear from the appearance of these dogs that that bowl hasn't had food in it for a long time.
We urgently need 3,000
That's why I'm trying to build this
new dollars in
website
the next 30 days.
and finish up with it
Please say you'll be
by the
willing
end of the night.
by signing up today. No animal should ever go hungry, and I know you agree. Please make this the moment that you say, I won't stand by while they suffer. Help fill their bowl too. Go online, call, or scan this code right now.
For plant-based, healthy blood
Go by
pressure
yourself.
support, there's one brand that stands above the rest. It's Superbeats by Human, the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. Find out how to get a free month with your first order at livehuman.com.
I'm who I am.
Yeah, I'm building a website right now.
Chevy Chase is exciting, sarcastic.
Very, very funny.
I'm not gonna let anybody figure me out. I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. Now streaming on the CNN app.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
We're back with more of our breaking news coverage. So let's just show you those satellite images you were watching before the break that I just mentioned, and I'm going to walk you through what these are. First of all, you're looking at a before view and an after view. After the U.S. massive military operation, which resulted in the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife. So let's look at the right. The smoke rising you see is from a destroyed building at Fort Tiuna, which is a major Venezuelan military base in Caracas. So that's where you're seeing the smoke rising. And
Yeah, building a website, just trying to finish it out.
We're going to show you one on the right.
Because you know the
There's a
FIFA
photo of
World
one at
Cup
an airport
and a couple major events coming to Philadelphia next year. So I want to make it a little bit easier for people hosting events and conferences to
So, General, I
find
appreciate
out what I'm
your
doing.
time. Let's just start with these images. This is all we have. I will say during the press conference, Trump, I believe twice, mentioned watching the video, and we have an image of him actually watching the video of the actual strikes itself. But you know, if everybody could see it, we don't know if we're gonna get that. When they actually took Maduro and what happens there. But when you look at images such that we have here, and these are from satellite providers, what do you see?
Well, certainly this operation, there was many, precision kinetic strikes to help create the corridor for the force that went in to seize Maduro, his wife, and their son. And so these strikes are representative of going after probably air defense capabilities. Certainly the runway where aircraft, those in Venezuela are based, so that they couldn't take off and potentially interdict force. To your comment, Aaron, about the president being able to watch this real time based on the overhead surveillance, that's not uncommon. We have compartmented facilities that are mobile and that can be set up for the president, for the Secretary of War, and for other combatant commanders, frankly, to allow them to do that in the event that they're away from the Situation Room or their main headquarters.
So, General, there's something else that Trump said that just in the context of the, at least public defiance of the now de facto ruler of Venezuela and the military, at least that they're publicly showing, right? They're publicly showing defiance. In that context, I wanted to ask you about, something else Trump said when he said that everybody was on board with what, had happened here. In these hours, when you talk about 20 U.S. bases, 150
You say you just turned.
thousands of military personnel.
You just turned 17 in September.
Of the highest level, and then he sort of took a little
Hey
pause and
man,
goes, and I mean
I'll do
very
life
highest
completely
level.
different
Okay, what does
if
that
I
say
was
to you? I mean,
doing
they could put
life
boots on the
again
ground
at
the highest
17.
level. About how high or
Now
who was
I'll
there,
invest in some
and
stocks.
what does that mean possibly about people in the Venezuelan government or military who would have been working with or assisting the Trump administration with the strike?
Well, you saw,
Yeah, I invested in some stocks.
It was, standing on the stage with the president.
Maybe get
And so clearly, the president has alluded to publicly that there was CIA operatives. He basically signed.
Try to start saving up for a house younger.
To allow the CIA to conduct covert action. He announced that publicly as well. So I suspect that knowing the capability and competence of the Central Intelligence Agency.
But I definitely, the biggest thing is I would definitely learn how to do some stocks, man. That's one of the biggest things. But hey, life is about growing. That's why if you're still on this channel, you just teach you something. You can even start doing apparel. Apparel is one of the easiest ways. I know what you're trying to do. You're 17. You're probably trying to. Are you going? I'm 31.
That was important in this, right? In ascertaining where
I'm 31.
Maduro was.
Thanks for that, though. I appreciate
But then
that.
Trump in that press conference made a comment that the $50 million reward that would go to
I'm approaching
anybody
Unc level.
who assisted with the apprehension of Maduro and his whereabouts was going to go unclaimed, that the United States deserved it solely, and he and Marco Rubio were saying, we're not going to pay that money.
Yeah, I'm approaching Unc
What
level.
does that say to you?
So not yet.
Do you think it's possible that, and I'm not getting into what it would take to actually claim that money, but possible that there wasn't assistance of the level that was, operationally crucial here?
I believe that the level of cooperation that helped enable the human intelligence picture was there. I don't think anyone's going to publicly say who's going to get the award. You don't want to, if there's going to be an award, but clearly there's motivations for why individuals cooperate with U.S. intelligence agencies and the U.S. The Department of War. So I wasn't surprised by that comment. I took that as kind of an offhanded remark, but clearly individuals have put themselves at risk, their lives at risk. Venezuelans probably to help paint that intelligence.
Nah, 31's not that
enable this operation among
he said 32.
the collection that we have within the United States.
right, General
Yeah,
Marshall,
got
I
me,
appreciate
got me.
your time, and thank
Fair,
you so
very
much.
fair, very
And when we
fair.
come back, we've got more developments here just coming in from Venezuela on the vice president's defiance as Maduro and
You
his
ever had a
wife
job before?
are
I
currently
mean, 17
on
is like the
their
first
way
time. It
to
was one of
New
the first
York,
times I had
somewhere
a job.
between Venezuela and New York, possibly Guantanamo Bay. We'll be
Where did
right
I
back.
start? My first job was I was a parking lot attendant for the Phillies.
Taxes was chasing updates.
I got like 6 months to the exact date because my birthday is June 4th.
TurboTax expert, doing it
So I
all
got
for
6 months to this exact.
while keeping you in the loop. So you can keep chasing this feeling. Now this is tax.
Yeah.
Intuit TurboTax.
My business is doing all right, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to grow, do some more. It's a big year for me, so
So, dive in.
it's a big year for me this year.
Wow. And unforgettable. Here, the water welcomes everyone and says, never miss a
All right,
moment.
let's see.
Never lose your splash.
How's that flu?
I don't got this.
You need Dayquil Intense Flu.
Power through your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. You do got this. Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever. Power through your flu medicine.
When Betty and George switched to consumer cellular, it saved them a lot. So they started splurging on date night. No, don't you dare. Acquired taste. Right now, get your second month free. Call Consumer Cellular.
What's the secret to peak health?
Going micro with Noom. Micro habits, micro wins, even microdose GLP-1s.
All right, this is a good John.
Now starting at just $99. Theravital Advanced has been such a game changer for me.
Theravital Advanced increases your body's own youth hormone, reduces wrinkles, and promotes weight loss.
I see such a difference in my skin.
I've noticed fewer wrinkles.
My skin looks healthier. It was easier to get lean. I literally shed a few pounds
Nice.
in the first couple of weeks.
It does give me that feeling of just being radiantly alive.
Go to SarahVital.com and start your risk-free trial today.
We're giving away over $12 million. We gotta get this money.
We came here with the dream of starting a family.
This opportunity could change our lives.
This is not getting any bigger than this. The Wall. Monday on NBC and Peacock.
After Homoglow cleaned our place for $19, we fired our old housekeeper.
Yeah.
Homoglow tackled everything from our kitchen to our bathroom, all our laundry.
It says you keep on saying hi, or is that
Enjoy a spotless
a
house for
mistake?
$19.
I need Q1 full index reports by desk by noon. Comprehensive data. Are you getting any?
Oh, what's up, Pat Steiner? All good. He said I gotta use my. I'm married, brother. I'm married, brother.
Got it, boss.
I use all my
We
Riz.
got this.
Oh my god, I won.
That's what I used to. That's, you know, I'm doing good, Pat Steiner. How about yourself?
Under $10.
I got this amazing Japanese knife set for just 75 cents.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
There's millions of fast options and always something to win on DealDash.com. And today, new users get a $50 bonus credit. Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you'll save.
And shipping is always free.
What are you about, Pat Steiner?
You steal stuff?
What about yourself, Kermit? You don't use the Riz?
It starts as a stranger that you want to have the drink and smoke a drink with.
I made it. You did.
Nah,
To be more
sure got to.
myself. I do have some questions.
I take care of everything.
To ask them.
I take care of everything.
I am who I am, and I like who I am.
Cause I can.
Sarcastic.
Very, very funny.
My business does pretty well, brother.
I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not.
I do a lot. I do everything from influencing.
All right, breaking news. You're looking right now at live pictures.
I get brand
Caracas,
deals.
Venezuela, this Saturday afternoon. The very latest there, we've just seen the vice president on camera for the first time after hours of silence and only calling in, striking a defiant tone against President Trump seizing the ruler of Venezuela. This is the first image that we have of Nicolas Maduro, and I want to emphasize it is the only image we have of Nicolas Maduro put out by the Trump administration. Trump put this out, and I just want, as I'm bringing in Frida Gittes, to say one thing about this, because John Miller, our chief law enforcement analyst, formerly of
What's the
NYPD,
next one
had
here?
crucial color here.
Pop
Look
up
at this
vendor.
picture. He makes a point to say those glasses that you see were put on by the U.S. military so that he couldn't see where he was going. The earmuffs that you see are so that he couldn't hear what people
Nah, no
were
kids
saying.
yet. Maybe
The
this
jacket
year.
of the man behind him, you can see the letters DEA showing that drug enforcement agents were involved in his arrest. And of course, that's on top of what you see, the very sloppy sweatsuit look of what he appears to have on or hurriedly been allowed to put on as they captured him from Caracas, his hands in handcuffs there. And I do want to go to Frida Gittes now, senior columnist at World Politics Review. And Frida, thank you so much for being with me.
Not yet.
Let me just
Hopefully
start
this
with,
year, man.
and I want to ask about Nicolas Maduro.
It's time for me to graduate
First,
to
the
be a
images that we
true
just have
unk.
out of Caracas, the very first ones of the now de facto leader, the vice president, Maduro's vice president.
Know what I mean?
And I'm just showing her here, and then we're going to flap around the room. This is what the Venezuelan government put out. Just to look at the looks on the faces of everyone around. I mean, this gentleman right there, I mean, they look, I think, at best uncomfortable. I mean, look at this. They don't look secure. They look shell-shocked, perhaps like everyone else feels. But this
I
is
don't
their government.
understand why
I mean,
they
just
would
what
go
do
to
you see
war.
going on in this room?
It's tough because, like,
No,
why are
what
you
has
gonna
happened
go
so
war?
far in Venezuela is that we have had a dictator removed from power, but the dictatorship is still in place. These people who are the regime that remains in place, as far as we can see, are obviously for
It's a
for
tough
very
situation
natural
that they
reasons.
have
They're
going on right
concerned.
now.
They're tense. We don't know what the United States is going to do next.
He
Nobody
says
knows
my
what
New
the
Year's
United States is
resolution to
going
have
do next.
kids.
I think for the people of Venezuela, the news this morning that Maduro had been removed from power by the United States was most likely
Yeah, I can
very,
agree with
very
that. I can
happy
agree
news.
with that.
Venezuelans, the majority of them, by overwhelming numbers, have wanted to see the end of this dictatorship. But as the day has unfolded, this has looked like a less well planned
Yeah, I can agree with that.
operation than they would have hoped. I mean, we had the notion that the United States is going to run Venezuela is pretty shocking. The way Trump spoke about Corina Machado, the leader of the
One
opposition,
and done,
he
hopefully.
discarded
Actually,
her
nah,
as
maybe two.
incapable of running
I got
the
two.
country.
I got two in my
This
family.
whole
Well,
episode with the vice
my mom.
president, who Trump
Don't
said
matter to me.
that Secretary of State Rubio has been talking
Either or
to her,
works.
and she's going to do what the United States says, and then she comes out and she says that she wants Maduro's release and they're not going to fold to a foreign power. This is not looking
Either or
very good.
works.
You know, in fairness to the Trump administration,
But I think I'd rather have
many
a boy
American presidents
first and then a
tried
girl.
to push him out of power by different ways.
But
Trump
I wouldn't
is
mind having a
taking
girl
very
first either.
bold,
I don't. I'm
most
easy.
likely illegal path to doing it, but it's extremely risky, and this could end up being, if it doesn't work, it could make things worse for the people of Venezuela.
Yeah,
And-
but I
and
do
so,
more.
yeah,
I think I do
Frida,
at least one too.
Mary Minnis, our reporter on the ground, has been talking about the silence,
I have
right?
to charge my
Right? And a country that is used to chaos, that is used to rumors of coup d'etats, right? I mean, a country that is used to turmoil and strife and uncertainty. But that right now, what stood out to her the most is the silence. That people are not going out on the street. That shops are not open. And that when people who are going out are trying to go out to get to the grocery store, if it's open, to try to stock up because they don't know what's coming next, right? There's sort of this deep pause where they have inhaled and everyone is holding their breath.
You
and
know,
then waiting to see
unfortunately,
what happens next.
actually, yeah,
This
maybe
is earlier
basketball.
today, so it's very
But I also
early,
think
but
that
empty streets is how she has described it throughout the day. I've been asking
That
this
they're gonna
question
be
for you
playing
from a military
soccer.
perspective, but also to you from your perspective. How much time is there right now?
Well, somebody has to run the country, and Trump said that
Yeah,
the men who are standing
yeah.
behind
I
him
think
are
they're
running
gonna
the
be.
country. They
Unfortunately,
take
they're
the
gonna be
vote
playing
for
soccer.
The
Well, not
regime
unfortunately,
has been
but I
running
want
the
them to play
country
soccer.
for more than a quarter of a century, since 1999. They have done it under very, very difficult circumstances. Under Maduro, since who took office in 2013, the economy of Venezuela has contracted by 3/4. He took a poor country.
World
a
Cup
wealthy
is coming
country
this
and turned
year.
it into a very
You're
poor
gonna
one.
see
So the
it's
people of
not.
Venezuela have endured hardship for a long time, and that for the regime, that means that they will not feel the pressure from the people because the people have done.
You're
all
gonna
they
see
could.
it's not
The only thing that
me.
matters now is the military angle. What the
You're gonna see it's
Venezuelan
not me,
military
man.
what they're going to do. And if this had unfolded the way we might have expected, you would have had failing a negotiated solution. You would have had some kind of arrangement with elements in the military that were willing to join forces
It's fun sport.
for the benefit of the country to reintroduce a measure of democracy. But we haven't seen any of that. And the other thing we haven't heard today, I didn't hear Trump in his very long and a little bit strange press conference. I didn't hear him utter the word democracy. The people of Venezuela have been fighting for decades to get their democracy back. Venezuela used to be one of the shining democracies of South America. They haven't had it, and Trump didn't utter that word. So it's unclear what's happening now. The empty streets are a sign of the uncertainty that we're all experiencing and witnessing now.
Frida, thank you so very much. And such a crucial point that you make that he didn't mention the word democracy. Rubio has, of course. We heard three explanations: democracy, drugs, and oil. The one we heard the most vociferously from Trump was, of course, oil as justification. Frida, thank you very much. And first, Maduro was taken on board the USS Iwo Jima. That's where that image was taken of him in the handcuffs. Now expected to go to Guantanamo Bay, and from there fly to New York. We don't know the timing on any of this, but we could see him in New York as soon as Monday. This is likely where he will be staying, possibly at New York's Metropolitan Detention Center, which is in Brooklyn. Details on the charges next.
All the news. Lower Coast Live, weeknights at 11 on CNN and watch on the CNN app.
After my accident, I couldn't quite do things like I used to. My dad introduced Bruce to me. I love the support, and when I got into martial arts, we got in it together. A real fight deserves a real boost.
This is my mom, and she has the best meat pie recipe, and she has not yet given it to me.
That is because you're not ready.
Totally ready.
You're not ready.
Well, we are ready to discuss senior care.
Living alone is not easy, so I've come to terms with that.
The expert advisors and free resources provided by Place for Mom make it easy to find wonderful senior care options right here in our community.
Well, that's very comforting.
Good. Now we can get back to that meat pie recipe.
Oh, you're not ready for that.
Think you can't afford weight loss meds? Get the lowest cost FDA-approved GLP-1.
Yeah, basketball and football is definitely fun. I want to get into soccer this year.
Cut it or not, you still get the lowest cost possible.
Yeah, I want to get into soccer this year. I don't like baseball really. I like going to baseball games, but I don't like baseball. Yeah, taking a baseball to the head is nuts. Like, bro, that's the type of shit that I would never show up there ever again. Talking about I got hit in the head by a baseball. Boy.
They'll make it easy with Ashley Sleep, starting at only $249.
I would never show up to another baseball game again.
That's top brand mattresses starting at only $37 a month. Better sleep starts at Ashley.
Talking about I got hit in the head. You better chill.
It takes vision. At Human, our plant-based supplements are scientifically formulated to support the center of your health. And at the
It's
center
a ball.
of
It
Super
literally
Food,
is just a ball of
healthy
concrete
blood
just
pressure
fucking you
support
up.
with clinically studied
Like,
grapeseed
nah, I'm good off
sustainably
that.
sourced from southern France with delicious pomegranate berry flavor, supporting your blood pressure and heart health, and all the moments your heart beats for. Get a free month supply plus free shipping on all bundles at livehuman.com.
I'm Laura Geller, and this is my RSVP Ready palette, your full face kit. This palette has everything from eyeshadows and blush to bronzer and highlighter, even lip. Shop RSVP Ready palette at laurageller.com.
Learn more about Celebrity Cruises' latest offers. I wish I wasn't afraid to smile.
I wish I could get implants.
Originally from Nigeria, but now I live in Philly.
I'm not looking for another quick fix.
I want a smile I know will last. Clear Choice smiles are made to stand the test of time. They're built by dental implant experts, backed by 20 years of pioneering research and a lifetime warranty on premium arches. Our smiles are built for
Tennessee.
life.
I don't think I
Schedule
know
your
anybody in
consultation
Tennessee.
today. This is good. I bought a home with SoFi, and this is Ask Members Anything. Is SoFi good for a first home? Definitely. Without SoFi, we wouldn't have our first home. Does SoFi have real people, or is it all app? It does have real people. Call them?
Speak to a SoFi mortgage loan officer. Get low down payment options,
Tennessee.
flexible term options, and an on-time close guarantee. SoFi.
How you a Ravens fan?
Okay, man.
But you're from Tennessee.
You need to vaporize.
Shouldn't you be a Titans fan?
Papo Cool Drops. Sore throat relief or a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks Vapor Cool Drops.
These stars. Don't underestimate their inability to cook disasters. On their main course, season premiere, Worst Cooks in America.
Yeah, I know. Do you hear the news in the background right now?
All right, John Miller, our Chief Law Enforcement Intelligence Analyst, joins us now. So, John, I was just a moment ago referencing all of the incredible detail that you provided about that image of Nicholas.
Proud of you
Horne
for
that
keeping
Trump
track
had
of
put out, right,
that.
they had put
A lot of people do not keep track of that.
Plugs on so he couldn't hear and eyes so he couldn't see. But where are we right now? So if we don't know where he is at this moment, but he was on board the USS Iwo Jima, really going to Guantanamo Bay and then flying to New York. What happens in each of those steps?
So he will arrive, and I believe he has
Is it loud?
at a secure military facility outside New York City.
So you believe, just hold on, sorry, just to interrupt you. So you believe he's here in New York already?
I believe he's here on U.S. soil in America, outside New York City. That he's going through the process with Customs and Border Protection, basically being admitted into the United States as a prisoner in federal custody. That's paperwork that has to be done. All the T's are being crossed and the I's are being dotted as he goes through kind of the immigration process. Then he will be taken from that base to New York City.
Alright, cool.
where he
I didn't
will
want to
be
make
brought
sure it was
a
like
law
too
enforcement
loud.
facility where they will book him and book his wife.
Yeah, it's
on the
crazy. They
charges that they've been indicted with in this rather lengthy federal indictment. Then they will go from there
They really
to a federal lockup
captured the
where they
leader
will
and
be
shit.
lodged. And arraignment.
We are
which
gonna
could
get
be
a war
tomorrow, but
because he
much more
bombed it
likely
with China
will be
there.
Monday,
It's
before, either
Chinese
a
people
federal
in
magistrate
Venezuela,
or the
so
federal judge who's in
it's gonna
charge of the
be
trial.
hard to explain
will
why
be
you
the
bombed
next
them,
step in
knowing
his
that
first public appearance
Chinese officials
where
were
these
there.
charges will be read.
So do you believe then that, I mean, it sounds like your expectation is that he's at this military facility outside New York City now, and that he would stay there. In other words, he would be sleeping there for the next 2 nights, and we would not see him in public until he is booked, right? Which we anticipate would be Monday at some point.
No, I think it'll go faster than that. I think he'll be moved from there to New York City and then moved to this law enforcement facility for booking. I would expect he will be lodged in the Metropolitan Detention Center sometime tonight.
Oh, wow, okay, so that he would be at MDC tonight. Now,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question? And I know these are details, but you and I had talked earlier about how at MDC there's a general population, right? And then there's sometimes a sort of a dorm-like atmosphere where they will put at-risk prisoners, right? And that had included, a former president at one point in the same room as Sam Bankman-Fried, who's serving time for crypto fraud, and Dave, right? These individuals were all in one room, along with, as I understand it from talking to people in the room, other law enforcement convicted of pedophilia and other things that would make people not able to be in the general population. Where would the Maduros be? And this is a question that is going to have 2 very different answers because she's obviously a woman. Where would Maduro go within that hierarchy at the MDC?
Well, he would be considered a high-risk prisoner among many in that facility. Their choices would be either to put him with high-profile prisoners in the environment you just described. More likely, between now and arraignment, it would be my guess that the Federal Bureau of Prisons, which is a division of the Department of Justice, would find
Yeah, it's definitely starting a war. We'll see what happens,
environment
though.
where he would be away from other prisoners, where he would be kept under constant watch, at least up through the time he is arraigned, and then they decide if this is where he will be kept awaiting trial, which could be some time. As you know, Aaron, that can often be a year between the time someone is taken into custody and brought to trial, and if this is that facility, or whether they move him to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just absolutely stunning.
You pay attention to the news
John
like
Miller,
that.
thank you very much. And I want to go now to Una Hathaway. She is a professor of law at Yale. And just in the context of what John's talking about, where Maduro may, that he may be in Manhattan detention
Yeah. I mean, that's what he's doing, man, for sure. That's what he's doing.
As opposed to that dorm facility
It's
that I just
unfortunate.
described, which is used for high-profile prisoners. I guess the question is here, legally, how quickly does this move? John's describing a process that could start fast and then take a whole lot of time.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of legal hurdles here. One aspect that I think hasn't really been fully addressed is the fact that Maduro is a sitting head of state. And there is an international law doctrine called head of state immunity.
What do you got planned for the rest of the
normally
day?
would insulate a head of state like Maduro from criminal prosecution in the domestic courts of another state. It's pretty clear that what the Trump administration intends to do is claim that he's not actually a head of state.
Don't forget that.
And therefore de facto word that they put in the, yeah, exactly. And that they will then claim that since he's not a head of state, therefore he can be criminally prosecuted. But his defense certainly is going to argue that he is a head of state and therefore isn't subject to criminal prosecution in U.S. courts. Of course, that all connects to the broader claim being made here, which is that this intervention was lawful in the first place, which is it's very clear that this is, as a general matter, an illegal war, and that launching a war to seize someone and bring them back to the United States for criminal prosecution is clearly unlawful.
Una, I just want to highlight one very short but substantial word that you just said.
Nice. So you're gonna be hanging out for the day? I'm about to.
That's not how they describe it. They describe it as we went in, and now that granted they are saying they're running the country, but we got
Take a
him,
break real
and we're gonna move
quick.
on. Now,
Take the
obviously,
dog
it's not
out
that
for a
simple.
walk real quick.
But you're using the word war. You're a law
Come
professor.
back,
You're
but I
not
don't
using
think
it
I'm gonna
lightly.
end my
Is that
stream.
really
I
what
think I'm
this
just gonna
is?
let it keep going.
Yeah, look, under the United Nations Charter, there's a prohibition on use of force. This is clearly a use of force, which within
But I might
ordinary
just
parlance we
leave
call it war.
Sun on
We
for people
engaged
to
in
watch
serious
on
military
here
operations.
where I go do
We can
that.
all see the pictures of
And just say
many
taking a break
military
real quick.
installations
Let
being
me
blown
see
up.
something. Intermission.
If that's not a war, I don't know what is.
Okay,
and under
yeah, I could
international
do
law,
an
it
intermission,
constitutes
but
a violation
it
of the
looks
United
weird,
Nations
so I don't
Charter.
like that.
And this is very serious business. Now the
I can just
president
leave it
talked
as a
about
live
flooding the country.
scene.
So this
I
is
might
not
just leave
just
the
an
live
in
scene
and
and
out
then switch it
operation.
to
This
the
is not
news.
just grabbing Maduro and bringing him back to stay on trial.
Word.
But this
Take it
is
easy, bro. I
a
hope to
question
take.
of
I
putting
hope to
US
talk
troops
to
on the
you
ground, which is what's going
again.
to be necessary to actually run the country. And he's done
I
all
mean,
of
I'm
this
not logging
without
off right now,
seeking
but I got
authorization
some
from
time. I'm
Congress,
still finishing up some
is
stuff.
the
But
body that has the constitutional authority
I
to
just
make
want to.
these decisions. So there's a
I
lot
might
of
get off,
problems
then come
here
back on
that
later
have been
on,
addressed,
play
and I
some
think that will have to
Battlefield
be
6 or
addressed in the
something
coming days, weeks, and months
while I
as we
watch the
decide how
football
to proceed
game
from here.
because
But
the football
there's a
game
lot
starts
of
at
very
4:30.
troubling violations of both
So give me
domestic
some
and
time to
international
get
law
some
that I
things
think we need
done
to be
before the
thinking
football
about.
game starts.
Well, very sobering to put the word to it, to use the word war. Una, thank you very much, Professor Hathaway. And we have much more of our breaking ahead.
You subscribe to the channel, right? You gotta turn that noties on for when I get back on, for when I live stream and stuff like that.
Actors on Actors, now streaming on CNN. I never thought I would develop shingles. I was wrong. I didn't know that 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate. Don't learn the hard way like I did. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
What's the secret to peak health? Going micro with Noom.
It's designed to minimize side effects and give me real weight loss? Yes, please!
I'm doing it. I'm going micro.
Heck yeah!
Now starting at just $99.
At Consumer Cellular, we only hire real humans
right here in America.
That's why we're ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
I wish I was human.
It's pretty great. Right now, get your second month free. Call Consumer
Alright, bet. I'll probably pop back on tomorrow.
Sure, you want me to help you with your groceries? This journey with childhood cancer comes at you in waves. Every day we wake up knowing that our 2-year-old has cancer. It's tough to get through.
The tumor is about the size of a baseball. I believe in the power of hope. And from the very first visit here at St. Jude, it was about hope and love.
Nice talking to you, homie.
Because you go in expecting the worst.
You can join the battle to save lives by supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Please call, go online, or scan the QR code right now and give $19 a month to make a difference.
Nah, it's cool.
Walking into the
It's
doors
cool.
of St. Jude, I instantly felt hope for my son.
With a gift right now,
I'm just here to be live because when I'm live, people can always. When I'm live, people can always come back and rewatch the video. So that's what I really care about.
For these children to go through what they're going through during this time, and for the supporters to be right there, that means
I won't get live. This is my first time coming back home. Typically, when I'm live, I get a lot of people come on here and chat. But this is my first time. This is my first time coming back live in a long time. So my usual people that I usually live chatting with me and not here, or probably don't know I'm live. So gotta rebuild that back up.
Because we don't really know what the future holds. And I think that no family should have to be worried about that.
You can make a difference. Become a partner in hope today. Please donate now.
This is a keepsake frame. This is actually a photo from my wedding.
Yeah, so I just gotta
I'm
get
Adam Weiss, founder and CEO.
a little bit more
The
consistent.
mobile app that makes it easy to have your photos.
Get more consistent out here.
Just choose a photo that you
Yeah.
love.
Should be good. Be good. I get a little tired. I think I've done. I would say. How have I done here?
So if you've got a special photo on your phone, install
I'm not
the
supposed to
keepsake
really
app.
stop
You would love a chance to
streaming until I'm done making this website. So I am almost done though. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pages left.
All right, locked in for this meeting.
Double booked? All good? Otter AI gives meeting notes and insights, even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the wrong one. Otter, the AI meeting agent.
My name's Justin Angel.
Next Gen Bakers. Next level talent.
This is beautiful. I saw an adult man. I don't even think I could do it.
Series Player Baking Championship Next Gen, Monday at 8 on Food Network.
Appreciate you, man. Hope you have a good one playing basketball.
Mesobook.com.
If you or a loved one have mesothelioma, we'll send you a free book to answer questions you may have. Call now and we'll come to you.
800-821-4000.
I'm going as well.
Right, we're
It's almost
following
close
this
to
breaking
2
news
hours.
out of Venezuela, as well as Mar-a-Lago. The news of President Nicolas Maduro and his wife's capture.
Damn, Daily
during
Chihuahua
overnight
came in
raid
hot.
by the U.S. Army's elite Delta Force. Now that was in Madrid. Crowds gathered in the streets.
It's always
there.
a
The
shame when
expatriate
somebody has to
community,
come
there
in all
was some
racist.
celebration
Now you just
around
gotta
the
hide them
world.
from the channel for no reason. Because the dude is a loser. He's talking about small. And he's over here picking his nose as his profile picture. Talking about small and he's picking his nose as his profile picture.
And in Doral, Florida.
What's wrong with him?
Actually, is home to one of the largest Venezuelan communities in the United States and the Venezuelan diaspora. An impromptu celebration broke out. This is just at a gas station. So there was celebration initially, but of course, as we've emphasized within the country of Venezuela, a silence. A silence on the streets and a silence right now. Rafael Romo joins me. Rafael, as I've pointed out during our coverage throughout today, you have spent so much time in Venezuela and covering the country. So you saw those celebrations, right? There is a large and broad Venezuelan diaspora, many of whom left in opposition or because they were targeted by the Maduro regime, right? So we see that celebration among that community. And then we have this press conference from Trump. We have the silence within Venezuela, literally on the streets. How did we get here?
Well, Venezuela, Aaron, has been living essentially under a dictatorship for the last 2.5 decades, starting in 1999 with when the late President Hugo Chavez rose to power democratically. We need to remind our viewers that and espoused a style of government he called 21st century socialism. Nicolás Maduro was handpicked by Hugo Chavez as his successor when the late president realized his life was in danger due to a cancer diagnosis and became the president of Venezuela in 2013, narrowly winning an election that year. During the nearly 13 years that Nicolás Maduro was in power, Venezuela, Aaron, lost 72% of its economy, which prompted an estimated 8 million Venezuelans
I'm listening to the Trump stuff. How they bombed Venezuela. You're just waking up. No problem. No, I want to say, when are you going to Nigeria? On the 12th? Okay, all right, because I might have to just give you some shoes and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I have a lot of shoes. I don't even wear them. And I have clothes to probably give as well. So I'll go through my closet and give and do it before that. Right, because you don't have space. Okay. I mean, well, most of my stuff is new. Most of my shoes are new. I've only worn probably less than 5 times. No, because I don't have. I just don't want them anymore. It's just like I buy shoes and I don't want them anymore. Yeah. All right, no, I'll go through them and give it to you now. Yeah. All right, you okay? Yeah, I've been working all day. Gotta build this website. I was doing some stuff. I was just closing some deals. That's about it. But huh? Yeah, I pay for Wi-Fi, so I had Wi-Fi there. So I mean, people were still messaging me and asking for quotes and pricing and things like that. So I was still sending them out. Mm. But now I'm just trying to finish up this website before Monday. So I've been working all day, basically. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, there's no kids. It was very enjoyable. The food was great. Probably one of the best foods I've ever had. Everything was amazing. Yeah. No, it's different food. They had Chinese food. They had Chinese food. They had more of this any type of food you're looking for. You could find at that place. Yeah, yeah. That's probably going to be the only cruise line I'll go on again because the food was just no. It was Virgin Voyages. Yeah, Virgin Voyages. Yeah. The cruise was 32.50 for 2 people. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. And like I said, you got any type of food. I mean, the food was free everywhere all the restaurants were free. We went to there was like 6 different restaurants on board. It was really nice. Yeah, Michael and I were saying we'll probably try and go again this year. Yeah. Yeah, that's more we're meeting people said like they've got to all different types of cruises, and once they came to this cruise, they haven't gone back to any other one. No, they'll go to a different place. Yes, and it's different, always different entertainers that are staffing it. No, this cruise was great. Mm. Yeah, and there's no kids and things like that, so it was really fun. Yeah. Yeah, you could try. I'm telling you, try Virgin. Everyone loved it. It was nice. Everyone really enjoyed themselves. There was clubs there. There was everything. Everything there. Oh, There was the adults were there. There was a lot of adults there. Everybody from all different types of ages, and that's that's because you guys were all fighting the whole time. Yeah, but it was nice though. You should try it again. That's what I was saying. It was nice. Yeah, we docked at the Bahamas, and we also docked at yeah, it came down. Yeah, we docked at Bahamas, then we docked at what's it called? Why can't I think right now? Cozumel. Mm. So we came down, walked around Cozumel. Yeah, we should go another one. Michael was saying he wants to go another one this year, so yeah, that was his first cruise. Yeah, that was his first one. It was nice. There was a couple of Ben's first cruises there, so yeah, his friends. Yeah, I'll talk to him later.
Aaron's DACA secrets were coming out. We're all on the edge of our seats.
The defense will call Aaron Patterson. Death Cap, the mushroom murders, now streaming on the CNN app.
This is CNN Breaking News.
You are in the CNN newsroom. I'm Sarah Seidner in New York. We begin with major breaking news, an astonishing move by President Donald Trump. Just a short time ago, he announced the United States is now in control of Venezuela. This all happened after a surprise attack on Venezuela where the country saw elite U.S. forces capture the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife in a brazen, large-scale strike overnight. President Trump declaring the U.S. will now run the country.
We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country.
The moment now met by extraordinary uncertainty over how this will be carried out and for how long. The president offering little clarity but saying U.S. troops will be on the ground to secure oil. As we speak, Maduro is en route to New York, expected to arrive today. President Trump posting this photo of him with glasses on where he cannot see through them, handcuffed, minutes after the U.S. Justice Department laid out the narco-terrorism charges he now faces. U.S. forces dragging him and his wife from their bedroom during an overnight raid. Multiple explosions seen blocking the capital city of Caracas. The new interim president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, is now demanding Maduro's immediate return after accusing the U.S. of conducting a military assault, saying Venezuelans will never be slaves or
I'm about to
any
get off, y'all. It was nice hanging out.
undermined remarks
I should
President
maybe
Trump
be back
made earlier.
later on or tomorrow.
A team of experts
But
and